Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons. We are back with session 46 of our campaign, Witness to Ruin, and it's gonna be a good one. Betrayals, coming-of-age ceremonies, and, pikas? That aren't pikas anymore, that are eagles now. We'll see what happens there.
Is it still an eagle? I'm not sure it's still an eagle.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's technically my character at this point. Anyways, we'll find out what's happening with those wayward teenagers and their supervising, orgy-loving familiar very soon. But before then, we've got a couple of very quick announcements. Because, as you can tell, we love utter chaos and fantastic world building. And so we are going to be having a special stream on the 12th of November. Is it at 7 p.m., Sam?
8 p.m, a little bit of a slightly later start this time, but yeah.
This is why I check before I say things. I've always done that. 8 p.m. right here on Science and Sorcery. You can watch a Discworld RPG stream. Sam's going to be there. Sam, anything else you want to say about this?
I should be able to tell you like the full cast, but I'll just leave it at the moment that we've got the wonderful JC Darcy coming back to GM this game. So yeah, I'm delighted to be behind the scenes watching what is an absolutely fantastic cast of people diving into Terry Pratchett's world. If you haven't checked out, I think it's still running on Kickstarter right now. They've crossed like £1 million, so they don't need your money, but go give them it.
And we get how much of that money?
None. So do what you like.
Oh, great.
Terry Pratchett, the only knighthood that was ever deserved by anybody.
Yeah. Fucking
Sir Lancelot. He was a chill guy.
Don't leave him with your wife.
Right. And a second announcement, if you didn't know, the 17th of November is our 3rd anniversary, and we have some things in the works. But we're not going to tell you what just yet, because we need to finish all of our behind-the-scenes planning before we can confirm anything. So keep an eye to our socials, our Discords, our Twitters, and the local Telegraph service. And we'll get back to you real soon.
Telegraph?
And...
We're not in the Telegraph. So, like, just to be clear, we're not in the Telegraph. Yeah, that's no thank you.
We will be on the Telegraph for our 3rd anniversary.
It doesn't count if you murder someone.
Sam will learn
Allegedly,
Morse code in the next, 12 days. Alright, and if you love us and you love dice, go to valkyrierrpg.co.uk and use code Sci and Sorcery for 30% off your order. Get your Christmas presents now, folks. Before you know it, it's going to be too late. And look at those beautiful dice Alex and Hello are showing you. And those are our announcements, slightly more chaotic than the past couple of times, but that's okay. We love that here. And we're going to go into a quick recap of our campaign. Unless Sam corrects me that I've missed something. No, he's looking at me.
You had
weird.
it. No, you had it fine.
Okay.
It's, like, what?
Defeat from the jaws of victory.
I've missed
I
you
just
though.
love sabotaging myself. Thanks, Rachel.
What happened last time?
And what happened last time? Last time, the party broke one of the 11 planar seals that keeps all of the planes separated. So, you know, that sounds like it could very well be the start of a big change in the world. But we'll see the aftermath of that as
The
we
change
go
is
along.
that none of us have been able to stop peeing since we broke that seal.
This is now canon. Whenever these people speak,
Piss bags!
Also, Blurta made a deal with a dragon, because Blurta making a deal with an Ifriti wasn't enough for her. So now the dragon is going to go beat up the Ifriti, but only after 24 hours, so that Blurta can first scam a rug from the Ifriti and maybe get her eye back? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Nimbo's come of age.
It's not a
He
scam.
also killed a guy.
That's legitimate payment.
You're glossing over the fact that Nimbo killed a guy and this has made him an adult, but okay.
I didn't kill him. I gave him his wish of dying by the natural elements. I just sped it up a little bit. I made him damp.
And with piss. And this is where we pick up as Nimbo. I broke Sam.
No,
This
you got there
is-
before I could unmute myself to say the exact same fucking thing.
I broke Sam. This is where we pick up as the party plus Yarrow, who we're all pretty sure is an eagle, but maybe not. We're not entirely sure anymore. He's a sex fiend, is what he is. They find themselves about a 3-day walk out from the Temple of Vias in the Briskwold Mountains, and Nimbo is trying to justify the fact he killed the guy to his party.
So, like I said, he asked us to die by the elements. You know, it was gonna be Muck, and you know, good job we asked, because
What's wrong with me?
absolutely nothing. But if
I
this,
do a good job.
I know, but I think if we're gonna, you know, like kill someone who's technically our prisoner, then doing it the way they would like it is probably the best one.
You know what?
I mean-
I'll let you have that one.
Honestly, when you phrase it exactly like that, it doesn't sound much better.
Who are you trying to convince here, Nimble? Because I'm fully on your side. I don't. Is anyone not on your side on this?
No, I mean, honestly, like, we all like are probably all more violent than you anyway, so it's not like you're trying to.
Yeah, I think I'm probably
Look.
trying to convince myself and maybe some imagined version of my teachers or something like that. I don't know. I need to let go of it.
No, you
I
We
mean,
did the
I
right
think-
thing. It had to be done.
At the
I've
end
got
of the
to say,
day,
Nimbo,
if
I'm a
you're
little bit
averting an apocalypse,
disappointed.
it's cool.
Why are you disappointed,
What?
Yarrow?
Well, because I thought you were everyone's dad, and apparently you're not. And I think you're setting a bad example for these kids.
I will send you right back to where you came from.
Oh, great. Can Muck
Oh.
slap me again?
No, you don't deserve it.
Why are you being a dick? What's this all about?
I think he's having feelings about his own lackluster parenting.
And
Exactly.
Can I make an insight check to see if like that response has got anything to do with change?
Go ahead and make one at advantage, because this is your familiar, so you would be relatively in tune with Yarrow's feelings.
Okay.
The
advantage.
change being
The planar seal broken. Not like
not
like,
puberty.
not
Puberty.
menopause or puberty. Yeah.
He had 10 wives before
Do
people.
male presenting fey creatures go through the menopause?
Science.
16.
16. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the change, but the shift does appear to have happened pretty much as soon as the dragon left just now. And you can see Yarrow looking kind of not annoyed, but sort of disappointed, looking between you and Blurta.
Okay, what's going on?
It's embarrassing. I don't want to say it in front of them.
Okay, well,
You
I'm
have a
most
crush on me, Yarrow.
just
I
like,
think I know what it is.
leave like Blutta alone. You can take your eye off them for now. Come and tell me, what is it?
No, don't. Oh, no, you did exactly what I thought you were going to do.
What?
Well, I was feeling really useful keeping an eye on Blurta. And now Blurta's signed his deal with this cool dragon who everyone likes, and that means you're gonna start trusting her, then I don't need to keep an eye on her anymore. And then you're gonna send me back, and I'm gonna have to start paying child support.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to unpack in that statement.
That is not where I thought this was going. I love
You
it.
you will still always have a job.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks.
like, you're here for a reason, and as long as you're here, we'll find something that you can do that fits within your skills and remit. We wouldn't just like shove you out the door. You've been on the books 3 years now, and
I guess legally you can't fire me without reason after 2, right? So
no, that's written somewhere into the arcane manuscripts.
yeah.
I have
Uh,
a question,
Okay.
Yarrow.
Do you mind if we sort something out for a minute, Blurta, as well? Just paying child support's a good thing you should be doing anyway.
I mean, it was about that.
You don't pay me, Em.
No, you've got me there. What would be a good payment for your services?
10th of all of your profits.
A 10th?
I'm
One
useful, you just said. Plus tips.
Tips? We don't get tips. Who's tipping us?
No, you tip. They have
I-
to tip
I
me
ti-
when I do things for them.
Who? The rest of the group?
These three. Your parents and your sister.
Wait, which one am I?
Um,
Don't worry.
I think you're the mom because we're both the tallest, and I think
yeah.
that is the logic.
That makes a lot of
logic.
sense. Mm.
Well, Yarrow, how much attention do you pay to the fact that we visited my mother's grave?
I thought that was a nice goat park.
I think we can negotiate down to 5% rather than 10.
Yeah,
Based
that
on
seems
that
seems
answer?
fair. Yeah.
Tips as well.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a service job.
yeah. 5% plus tips. What do you want paid in?
Carrots? You used to have lots of carrots lying about.
I think it was mainly radishes, but
I'll take carrots.
carrots. Yeah, I'll turn to everyone else. So, new rule going forward. One is that 5% of all the carrots we come into in the future go to Yarrow, and also where they have participated in something that helps you directly, tip a carrot.
Is this by volume of carrot or by quantity of carrot?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we just cut 1/20th off every carrot, then it just evens out.
Yeah.
just the nub at the end.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Em and I.
But for now, keep an eye on Blurter.
You never know when I might do something untrustworthy.
You have a giant eagle, not actually giant, but a lot bigger than an owl, just land on your shoulder, and it's kind of heavy.
It's just like I am fairly small, so
Staring
that, I'm just like lopsided.
Directly into your soul.
And does this help? Are you less disappointed
Yeah, this
now?
is good. Yeah.
You know, in future you can talk to me, right?
Yeah, but you've had a lot going on, and now your grandma might be evil.
Wait, what? No.
Didn't one of them said something?
I think we're just playing around with theories, but that's not right. No.
So you
Definitely.
don't want me to keep an eye on her. Got it. I'll keep an eye on Blurta.
Yeah, don't be bothering my grandma. Come on.
I mean,
Gonna watch Blurta.
Yeah.
Real close.
You can talk to me whenever you like. You're not a burden.
you're a
Your
bird.
feelings
I am a bird.
Your feelings are important and matter. So when you feel you've got a problem, come and chat.
Nimbo, I'm no longer disappointed in you. You've raised a very sensible child.
Not my
You know what? I'll
dad.
take it. I'll take it. I'm very proud of you too, and my child. Let's go.
Thanks, Dad.
Ugh, that felt wrong. So we're kind of trudging down from the top of this really snowy, really steep, rocky mountain.
So the dragon was able to fly you quite a ways, but you've still got
yes,
a
we got a
fair
lift
bit
with the
of
dragon, didn't
yeah.
we?
You get a lift back to basically the point the other dragon had dropped you off at last time. So you can either walk back, you can wait around and hope that what's her
So we
name?
could chain
The
smoke
other
dragons.
dragon. yeah, you can either hope that one dragon shows up again, or you can keep walking, or a secret third thing, which you can come up with.
Is the direction we're going uphill or downhill?
Bit of both.
Mostly
It's
down,
mostly
though, right?
downhill, but you're occasionally needing to go over like ridges and stuff.
Would we reach the dead dragon today?
No. You're 3 days out from the temple, which means you're
Okay.
3.5 days out from the
Oh,
dead
that was the other
dragon,
side
because
of
it's
that.
on the other side of the mountain.
So we've had kind of like a heavy day. I've got a shield in my pack. Nimbo's got a big shield. Maybe we could sled down the mountain?
This can only end well.
I've never.
I'm picturing it's just like rocks. There's no snow even. It's just
Yeah,
There
so
is
how's it
snow.
looking? Is it looking like kind of like, off-piste kind of like big snow fields, or is it looking like rocks with a bit of snow on them?
Rocks with a bit of snow at this point.
Down.
It's like-
Down.
I mean, if you want to give it a go, I can heal you afterwards. I'm going to be honest. I'm not the sportiest guy. I don't think this would end well for me.
All right.
How fast can you fly, Blurter?
I think it's. Let me just check. Bear with me. It's so yeah, just my normal walking speed.
Oh, okay, so not much faster. I was thinking if we wanted to all climb into the bag and Blurter could fly for a little bit.
I mean, depends whether
Lord,
this
you
is
can-
difficult terrain or not.
If you're flying, it wouldn't be, definitely.
Is it?
If
As it
you're
is, then.
walking... So, flying would be more direct, because you wouldn't have the changes in elevation.
Hmm.
I mean, we
Depends
could
on
do
how
that for
long
a
you can
bit.
fly.
Yeah,
I mean-
let's cut down the time.
Yeah.
if we-
Because, like, I think there is a certain amount of urgency to our journey because, we know that the Fisher are still working towards releasing Dracaros, is that his name?
Yeah,
the
Dracaros.
Avatar of Greed. And B, we know that we probably have just weakened the boundary between the worlds significantly. So it's probably best that we, get this sorted as soon as possible rather
Yeah.
than kind of...
Agreed.
We want to pull off the plaster rather than just kind of doing it by bits and having the world be unstable for too long.
Yeah.
How long can Blurta fly?
3 batches of 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah. So with 30 minutes of flying and the rest of you being in the bag of holding, you're able to cut out probably about half a day.
Sweet.
Just because you're
Sick.
not having the constant changes in elevation.
Blurter Airways.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
I mean, we are just flying everywhere at the minute.
cozy seats in here.
Air blast.
Blurta, anything you want to do while you're flying? The
Um,
rest are in the bag, so I'm gonna.
I
assume
mean, I
you're playing
assume
cards or
like
something.
with the top open so they can breathe.
Well, we
you
just
can
we
hold
take
it-
turns at the window seat, sticking our head out.
Yeah.
There's just a straw in the top. I'm just gonna keep a general lookout to see if anything of note appears.
Okay, make a perception check.
Can I reach out the bag and guide?
Sure. I'll allow that.
Let's grab my D4, which is a 3, which adds to a nice juicy 21.
Nice. You see in the distance a golden flash, and you realize it is like part of Ariltha, the Dream Scythe's wing. She seems to be hunting, like, slightly off course for you, but possibly closer than the temple.
I sort of pick up the bag and yell into it, and then stick it outside.
What are you yelling?
Hey, I could see a Riltha. Shall we go towards them, or shall I just keep going?
Well, what about, like, she could probably get us there faster if we.
If we can
Yeah.
get another lift, great.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially if we can impress on her how urgent this is.
Yeah.
Because you're going to run out of juice at some point, but dragons can just keep going. Science fact.
Yeah.
You're not getting a dice for that.
Fuck.
Oh, science fact. So, So on the subject of flying being like much faster and more direct than going up and down all this thing, the more like zoomed in that you look at any surface, whether that's a coastline or the cross section of a route that you're taking across mountains or whatever, the longer it gets. So if you're looking at a map of a country, let's say a map of Britain or whatever, don't know why you'd want to do that, and you took a tape measure and you measured all the way around the outside, and then you're like, okay, got that measurement. And then if you looked at a larger, more detailed map and measured all the way around the outside and like scaled it, like multiplied it based on the scale of the map, the more detailed map would have a much longer perimeter, because you're getting into all of these little nooks and crannies. And theoretically, there is no such thing as the actual like hard number for the perimeter of a country, or for example the length of a route across the mountains, because you can just keep zooming in, and the edges get wigglier and wigglier and wigglier till you're like drawing around subatomic particles.
And things are always going to be changing, right? With like erosion and
Tides.
like tides as well, and all sorts of things that will change that over the course of a day or over years, or
So
maybe-
borders are fake.
yeah. For multiple
Maps are made up, borders are fake.
The coast isn't real. Trust me, I'm Dutch. You just go, no, not over there.
coast is where
Sure, Khalil,
you
you get a nerd dice.
Wasn't there some like Frenchman who was connected to that fact, who had been tasked with finding the story or something? I don't know if I'm half remembering this, so I'm not going to even claim it's a science fact.
Look,
but
Go Google
Well,
it.
let's
at
not
home,
question
folks.
what the French do. That's a rabbit hole we don't need to go down.
what don't they?
Go
do?
home, everyone. Right, Blurta, is there anything you want to change course towards Ariltha?
Yes, please.
Anything else you want to do to maybe try to draw her attention? You're at a distance where it's not guaranteed, but if you roll really well, you might succeed.
What
I can amplify Blurter's voice with thaumaturgy.
You absolutely may.
Is my Eldritch Blast noisy?
We've established this before, that the noise would happen when it hits a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Had
Yeah.
that
yeah.
session.
I was gonna say we've had this discussion before.
But like, if I shot a rock or something,
It would make a noise.
But she's flying.
If we need to make a loud noise, I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think shooting at her is probably a great idea.
no, I wasn't going to shoot. I was just going to shoot near where I am to draw her attention to us.
Let's just shout.
Let's just shout.
Blurter, I got this. I stick my head out the bag, and I go, and I'm gonna cast Thunderwave, pointing so that it doesn't include Blurter or the bag or me.
Or Blurter, and thus we all plummet to our death.
Could you make me a performance check using your spellcasting modifier? So that would be a spellcasting check unless you have proficiency in performance.
I do not. So that'd be Wisdom. 22.
Ooh, I didn't know if it was good or if you stub your toe.
It is like this. Your voice is carried by this wave of thunder that rolls out from Blurta. Blurta, because of equal and opposite reactions, the thunder wave coming out of the bag kind of like pushes you backwards slightly as you're in the air, but not too far. And you see this flash of gold again, and it seems to change direction and start coming towards you.
Thank you. And I've just got like
You're
tinnitus.
not. Blurtus, your ears are just ringing out. Nimbo, I'm assuming you're used to this by now.
I always have tinnitus, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bit of
you're
yourself in your character.
Ariltha's not going to reach you before your 10 minutes of flying is up, so you might need to land before you see her.
I just try and pick out somewhere that's like a nice, visible, open spot.
Yeah, easy to do. There's not... there is some woodland here, but it's not densely forested at all, so it's easy to find a place where you think a dragon of her size can land. And after probably another 15 minutes after you land, you see the young golden dragon touchdown. And
I assume I've tipped them all out of the bag by this point.
I would hope so, because otherwise they'd be suffocating by now. because of the bag.
Oh.
There's just a pile of corpses.
Can I do a science fact?
Yes.
So tinnitus happens because, well, you know, the sounds that you hear when you have tinnitus is not real. It's caused by the cells in your inner ear, because as they become damaged from loud noises or disease, instead of only, you know, sending sound signals when there's an actual sound, they can basically fire off when there's nothing. So the sound that you hear is only within your perception, and it comes out because those cells are broken and damaged. And the death of those cells is irreversible if you're a mammal, but not if you're a bird.
Can I
Cool,
ask a
thanks. I
question
feel so
then?
much better.
I need to get my hands on
Oh,
a
sorry,
CRISPR
for
machine and some
now.
birds.
If you polymorph someone into a bird, do they heal their tinnitus in that time?
Well, okay.
You'd
so
have to
the reason-
use true polymorph, so they're a
Yeah.
bird for long enough.
Mm.
Yes, because the reason that birds don't suffer from age-related hearing loss is because they can always regrow the hair cells that they lose over time. So I suppose if you polymorph someone for long enough that they regrew the population of hair cells that they were missing, and then you transform them back with those cells integrated into circuits, then they would be fine.
This might
Starting a new
actually be
healthcare business.
This might be the most psychomy D&D collab we've ever done on this channel, Rachel. You're gonna
You're welcome.
I'm gonna actually Khalil gets a D8 for his earlier facts, but you're getting a D10 because that was amazing.
Yes!
Because you actually applied D&D logic. Sam, you had a question.
Yeah, this is like an above table question about the game specifically. What was the
Yes.
name of the other dragon? The full title of the other dragon?
The full title of the other dragon is Kothiandroth the Conjurer.
The Conjurer. God, it was that bad. I
Yes.
couldn't fully remember. That's fine.
Yes. Yeah. I also had to look it up.
I choose to interpret it that she's always wearing a top hat.
She wasn't when you saw her in human form. She was an old lady, but maybe she's probably got some. Right. Ariltha touches down, sniffs each of you, and then looks at you, Nimbo. My darling admirer, you seem to have regained your voice. How lovely.
Yes, sorry, I was having a bit of vocal trouble. It's a bit embarrassing for a cleric to be sick, but happens
It
sometimes.
happens to the best of us.
And me.
You've made it back off the mountain?
Yeah, it was frankly wild up there. In both
saw the
the
clip.
beautiful primal sense and in the stressful busy sense. We met Kothiandroth up there.
I can smell that.
They're pretty impressive.
Yes.
As are you, of course.
I know.
We may have started something that we need to kind of not rush to finish, but there's a little bit of urgency.
I saw the cracks in the sky. That was you.
Yes, and it was for a good reason. We weren't just smashing things up for the sake of it.
This time.
How much do you know about, the last time there was, the big earthquake and the battle between the gods? Wait, no, that were two separate things.
The last earthquake was 30-some years ago. I was there. The gods, I wasn't too young.
So, but do you know about the whole, conflict with the gods and the creation of the planar seals to seal them away? Well, turns
You told
out
me.
that earthquake 30 years ago was someone trying to wake up this titan of greed. And some people are still trying to wake it up by siphoning power out of these seals. So we thought, in the absence of a better plan, we would smash up the seals so they can't be used to release this titan. And that might also help us to reunite two people that I care about It also might, in the short term, and then maybe in the longer term, make the planes more permeable, which, mixed bag.
Statistically more likely to encounter a fawn playing a piano.
But we wouldn't even be here if not for semi-permeable membranes.
Right? Osmosis Jones right there.
Muck gets a nosebleed.
Fuck.
Fascinating as all of this planar stuff is. You say this is a love story.
It's
Reuniting
it's
two
a
people.
familial love story. Yeah.
Any kind of love story is.
Two siblings, very similar and very different, like the best siblings are in every story, and torn apart by circumstance, and really neither of them living their best life apart.
That sounds like me and my brother. How can I help?
Well, first of all, this might sound kind of banal, but we could really use another lift, please. We need to
Upon.
scoot on our journey.
Can I insight check this?
Yeah, go ahead. She's bending down like onto one elbow to allow you to like climb up her wing.
I mean, this
But go ahead.
this just seems kind of weirdly out of character to me. So,
Very quick. It was a very quick agreement.
well, also just like was she super into love stories last time? I don't remember that.
Nope.
And then love stories then led to that's like me and my brother.
Yeah. 9.
That's a D12. She seems to be really invested in this love story. She really does seem to, as far as you can tell, she probably does have a brother or did have a brother at some point who she might have lost. If she's lying, Blurta, you don't know. Unless anyone
I'm
else wants to roll insight.
slightly uneasy about this. So I think I.
Yeah.
Wait, so if Nimbo's doing the talking, and I
Yeah.
don't feel like Muck is necessarily the person I would ask about this.
No.
I mean, my passive is 17. I don't think I'm actively sussing her out.
No, you're not
but-
active. No, but no, you. It is a strange shift. Like that's noticeable to all of you. But you can't tell
Or is this
that
just like
she's-
dragon
if she's
pheromone?
lying. You.
Is this just like dragon pheromones that we've got all over us from Cothiandra? Just like, oh my
could
god,
be.
you all smell
Um,
super hot right now.
Maybe. That's one possible.
Yeah, I just sort of like give her sort of like this is probably harder with an eye patch on, but like a sort of like look at M and just be sort of like, huh?
I will, before it goes any further, we'll just send a message to Blurta saying, love stories, do you still have that smut? Might come in handy. And then turn to the dragon and say, we'd love to know about your brother. We've never heard of this story.
Well, hop on and I'll tell it as we fly.
I'll look to everyone else.
Muck jumps on. She's ready.
Yeah, Nimbo is clambering on as well.
I will, as we're going, quietly say to Yarrow, keep an eye out for anything odd. What to do with the dragon specifically, I know I need to be very clear with you.
Yeah, oh, got it. And just, it's difficult because he's an eagle, so looking down is tricky while he's standing, but he
Looking
basically
at her
just
back.
bends at the waist and just stares straight down into the dragon's back.
I'm just going to leave him there. I'm just going to leave it that.
He's happy. He's happy.
He's got a job.
Yeah, as
So,
you fly,
Can I have a nice throw a side fact in here?
yeah,
So, in some reptile species, the sex of the offspring is determined by the temperature of the surroundings, which is causing a problem during climate change because it's shifting it so that it's not on that kind of borderline thing, and you end up with like a whole generation that's just all one gender, unless you work out a way to kind of counteract that.
This must be terrifying, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
They're transing the lizards!
It's also a problem for birds because birds build if they're nest building birds, which not all birds actually really do. Some are just put a couple of sticks down and that's it. But if they build like a cup nest, for example, they insulate them in order to counteract the temperatures outside, because the temperature range in which the egg can survive is like a couple of degrees Celsius. So if they over-insulate their nest and then it gets too warm outside, the whole nest can fail. But yes, Alex, you get a nerd dice, but a D8, not a
Poached egg in a
D10.
nest.
Sam is single-handedly responsible for that, clearly. Too excited. Right. As you fly, Ariltha starts telling you all about her childhood with... it's just her and her brother. They were the only two children in her from her nest. And it's just all these like wild childhood adventures, like sibling shenanigans that they get up to. And it goes on. Like, you're flying on her back for probably around 4 hours, and unless you guys interrupt her for the first 3, she is just telling you straight up.
Are we going the right way?
Yes.
Okay.
You are.
Just
You can
gets up-
see the Temple of Vyas in the valley, like getting closer. She's very
Somehow she has a
excited.
slide projector.
Major image just being cast every minute
Yeah.
right in front of her. No, she's telling you all these wonderful stories of what sounds honestly like an idyllic dragon childhood. You, from what you can guess, she's getting to around what would be like the humanoid equivalent of age like 7 or 8, when she suddenly stops talking. Well, and then one day, we had this argument, and I ate him. I do miss him still, though.
What was the argument about? That it was so bad that...
He ate all the food.
I
My mum
mean,
brought back dinner, and then he ate it all, and then I ate him because I was angry and hungry.
This
But
is
I do
Fat Fairy
regret it.
throwback.
Can I make an Arcana check or something to see
Sure.
if this is typical dragon behavior?
Arcana or nature's probably more appropriate, I'd say.
Okay. 19.
19. It's not all that like it's heard of when there's 2 dragons of a same or similar age in a clutch, that only one of them kind of comes out.
guess
Especially given
dragon
dragons are
morality is different.
territorial. Because dragons are territorial, if they didn't cannibalize themselves, then they would do it at a later age anyways.
Just
Then
gently
fights over
wolves.
territory.
I want a science dice because everybody else is getting them. And like this is like a really quite common thing that happens in nature. Like filial cannibalism happens in lots of species. Like, I think the strangest ones is always like leopards and lions do it quite a lot. Like the big cats are quite commonly will do filial cannibalism. Lots of fish do it. Chimpanzees will do it. Macaques will do it. Does happen.
Sorry, Sam,
And
can I put you
even
in
when
touch with my
there's-
lawyer?
Even when there's no cannibalism, it's really common among birds. For example, there's a whole bunch of storks where the older sibling will beat the other ones to death with their own heads, and then throw them out of the nest. Shoebills, I hate shoebills, not just because of that, but because they look creepy. I feel like I'm just giving them all ammunition to use against me. Sam, you get a nerd dice.
Awesome.
Yeah, animals kill each other all the time. Yeah, not super uncommon if Ariltha had a sibling that only one of them would have survived to adulthood.
Anima goes,
But
well,
she does.
at least you had a good
N-
time together.
Yes, it was.
And I guess it looks like you put him to good use?
Oh, yes. Very.
Limbo,
much.
stop flirting with the dragon.
Trying to get us a free ride.
Yeah, we haven't seen this dragon in its human form. Might not be an old lady. Maybe.
It's a young dragon, not an ancient one.
Might be kind of thick.
Well, as you
So that's where you
fly,
put the brother. Sorry.
excuse me.
Jump to
As
tail.
you, I'm gonna ignore that, Alex. As you fly into the valley, and you see the Temple of Vias, you also see a strange structure that wasn't there before. And you've only been away for like 3 days. What looks like an amphitheater built out of like wood and living plants and mud, big enough for a dragon to land in and still have
Oh,
space left for
yeah.
others. And you can
Glastonbury.
see some of the you can see some of the furbolgs who you met there working, sort of coaxing the plants, shaping, molding the earth to build up these walls. And like there's a sort of what looks a little bit like what might be a stage getting set up. And there's a couple of them who are pulling a giant block of marble towards sort of the center area of this amphitheater. Ariltha lands next to the amphitheater and shifts over to let you clamber off.
Thanks, Arotha.
You're welcome.
Have you seen this?
It's for
This is
me.
new.
It's
for you.
for me. And she sort of like trots over into the amphitheater and starts helping to nudge the marble block along with her nose until the furbolg sort of like try to get her to stop when it's reached the place it's meant to be. Edging around Ariltha is the elder of the temple, Frost Stormwind.
Get it out your brain, Alex. Get it out your brain.
Yeah.
Good to see you all again. Glad to see you've survived.
We told you we'd be
There's been
back.
some- You did. There's been some strange things happening up in the sky.
Yeah, about that. And then I
No need
update.
to explain. You update him after he says no need to explain, and he just goes from looking like concerned.
It's
to
half
confused,
trauma
back to
dump and
really
half
concerned.
like word vomit update.
Halfway through you providing this update, he just sort of slings one arm around your shoulders, Nimbo, and starts like leading you towards a campfire, hands you a mug of tea.
So anyway, now I'm wearing the
all
armor
you
of a god,
blankets.
and I so much pressure, but like it's exciting, it's an honor, but like
I feel like
By the
Rose
time
is gonna
you
be like
stop-
clutching it and just going there.
By the time Nimbo stops talking, you're sat by the fire with a mug of tea and this blanket wrapped tightly around you as Frost is just sort of patting your shoulder, going, I'm sure Vias is really proud of you, buddy. I'm
hope so.
sure you've been doing such a good job. You and all of you've been... I'm proud of you too. I'm sure Cinder'd be proud of you.
tear.
Is there anything I can do for you? I mean, I can get you some more tea, but like anything more, grandiose or...
Well, we were thinking that it would be nice to, stay here tonight. We do have to move on in the morning. We've got, world to save and all that. But all of us have gone through a lot recently, and have you got like a kind of event space that we could use?
Oh, yeah, it's not finished yet, but the amphitheater is gonna
do you
be
need a
like
hand?
big. I think the dragon's got it, actually.
Perfect, sweet. I mean, you're all invited, of course.
Great.
It's a celebration of the progress we've all made recently.
Are you gonna do a ceremony?
Yeah. I mean, come on. I'm a cleric in a temple. I'm not gonna have a party without a little ceremony.
Who's the ceremony for?
I mean, technically me.
Buddy,
I have been.
buddy, I would be honored to hold your ceremony for you.
Oh, thank you.
Are
Yeah.
Are you atoning? Are you dedicating yourself to Vyas? Are you
I think that ship has
married?
sailed.
It's not a funeral, is it?
No, not well. Yeah, not
I
mine.
can bless some water, but that's a little bit boring. Are you coming of age, son?
I mean, it's hard to draw a distinct line on it, but you got to call it somewhere. I feel like I'm, if not becoming a man, becoming a hero of the gods, which is
I'm getting some of Balsam's
Different.
special brew. You lot stay here, I'll organize everything. And Frost gets up super excited and starts like rushing around, grabbing some of the other clerics to go and help him set up for the ceremony to come.
I hand over a lit catnip cigarette to Nimbo and just that went well.
As you hand it over, you just see Yarrow's beak going.
Oh no.
Oh, then I take a second toke, and then I cast fog cloud as I breathe out,
Oh yeah.
and it just fills the entire little plateau area out front of the temple.
Hey, who turned on the lights? Who turned out the lights? You just start hearing all these clerics start yelling about who's done this.
As you said,
I
that
cast
fog
Ghost of Wind.
cloud. Oh no! Before you do
Oh,
that,
sorry.
I get this fog cloud into my face and fall onto my back and just start rolling.
Well, M and Nimbo are getting high in fog cloud. Blurta and Muck, what are you two up to?
So
Um,
irresponsible, Muck. I can't believe they're like that. We
As
would
Blurt
never.
as oh my god, I've still got it. I've still got the Skullbuster 9000. No, we
Yeah.
can't. We can't before Nimbo's party.
No.
But maybe at the
I mean-
party.
I still have many things.
Blurta, what you also have, and I will just remind you of this, is you have a clock.
Yes.
Coffee Androth has given you until after your basically until your next long rest to speak with Brum.
Yeah, so I was assuming that. So would that land us in the middle of tomorrow morning or something, or?
Tomorrow morning might be too late.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to talk to him before you go to sleep. Basically.
Okay.
So doesn't
So-
need to be right now, but just so you know, if you leave it longer than that.
I mean, I think.
So, do you want to have this conversation sober, or do you want to take some of the corners up?
Mhm.
I think I want to do it sober. I just want to go in, get my rug.
Is that the clock going off in the background?
And
Um,
then you can celebrate at the party.
Exactly.
Yeah, rip the band-aid off. Do it now.
How are you feeling about this, Blurta? I mean, it's been a long time coming. You gonna get your eye back? How does
I
this
mean-
work?
Honestly, I have not a single clue about any of this. I just want my rug and my stuff, and then we see what happens from there.
Mhm. Remember, your body, your rules, girl.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. So, do you want any juice before you go? And out of game, what stat of yours would you like me to enhance before you go into this conversation?
Let's just wait. Can you boost above 20?
As in, I would give you advantage on
Yeah.
one set of ability checks.
Yeah, let's go for charisma because why not?
Cool. I'm
Making a
like,
charisma
I'm
card.
giving Blurt a kind of like a boxing coach's kind of shoulder rub, being like, yeah. You're an animal. You're an animal. You're splendid like an eagle. You got the splendor of an eagle.
And
I just look at
Yarrow is
Yarrow.
Dripping as
eagle.
you say this.
I assume it's still staring at the middle of Ariltha's back because hasn't been instructed otherwise.
No, Yarrow's followed, but is still every time you see Ariltha sort of like pop out from within the amphitheater, you see Yarrow just sort of go.
I think it's all good now. You can come back.
Also, if I catch one of the monks around, it's like, do you have a carrot on you? Not on you, but like.
Yeah, they can bring you some carrots.
Yeah.
I will take out like one of the teacups and just like empty it out and like take my alchemy jug and pour wine in and hand it. But like, have a good chat.
Fuck them up.
Flirta, you go into your genie's vessel. You see the familiar sight of your current warlock patron, lounging over your cushions reading one of your smutty novels.
Oh, is that the one with those two guys and they like are fighting and then they're kissing?
I think that's all of them.
No, some of them are two girls. And some of them are three guys, or some other combination.
I might have been rereading this one book. All the covers look the same. So, Blurta.
One seal broken, as per request.
I've noticed. Good stuff. Promise you something.
You did?
Pick a rug. Any rug.
Are there rugs that he's pointing to, or just to describe a rug?
No, he's pointing at the rugs that are on the floor of your genie's vessel.
Is there what's the most goth one?
It's got like skulls and death's head hog moths on it.
Oh, yeah.
And like bones around the edges. It reminds you a little bit of the decor at M's grandmother's house, but it's like more apparently goth rather than like subdued goth.
Yeah, it's like just easy. That one. That is totally my vibe.
Knew it. Knew you'd pick that one. Right. So let's talk about what else you can do for me.
Okay.
Because you still want your eye back, right?
I mean, I do like having an eyeball. This is true.
Right. So the one broken seal's good. But I couldn't help but notice that those rifts didn't quite stay long enough for me to really make as good use of them as I'd like.
So you're in favor of the plan, break as many seals as possible?
Blart, I want you to break every single one of them.
How many are there?
11. 2 down, 9 to go. You break those, I give you your eye back.
And I do have a lead on where they are, so that's a head start at least. But my question to you, I guess, is is there a time limit you want on this?
Let me make this clear. I need to get back to your plane before too many other powerful things end up in there. Right now, there's this beautiful big power vacuum, you see? No gods anywhere. Sure, they're around, but they're not really there, you know?
Yeah.
You find a way to get me there before everything else, and I will give you power beyond your wildest dreams.
I do like power beyond my wildest dreams. this is true. I'll give you that one.
Why do you think I picked you? You
I
would
thought
make a worthy general in my armies.
I'm just like, okay, can I just insight check him to see like if he's actually thought what he would do with these armies in the slightest?
Absolutely, you may. And I will find his deception modifier.
12.
He is pretty unreadable right now. He's definitely got a plan, but you can't tell what it would be from this.
I assume it's a rubbish one, but I'm not going to say that. Well, anyway. Also, like, what? Like, who's in your armies? Anyway.
You'll see. Unless you want to make another deal right now.
I'm good. Like, that seems like a pretty, like, small fry thing to use up a second deal on.
Not interested in second deals, Blurta? Make a deception check.
With
Because you've
advantage.
made a second deal, technically.
Yeah. $31.
You have advantage on this.
Yes, I rolled a nat 20 and have
advantage,
plus
it's
11.
31. Okay, good. Yeah, he seems to believe you. Look, you
No.
break the seals, I give you your eye back. You get me to your plane before anyone else, I'll give you so much more.
Okay. I'll see what I can do about that then.
Great. Enjoy the carpet.
Thank you very much.
Your friendship'll fit if you squish.
Thank you very much. Anyway, we are having a come of age party, so I'm going to need all my stuff.
Make another deception check.
I'm totally coming back, but I'm also moving out.
Yeah.
I'm not breaking up with you, I promise.
27.
Wow, Blurta, toxic partner.
I didn't even need to roll these wisdom checks because this guy's so shit at them compared to Blurta's rolls. But yeah, no, that's a nat 6 insight from him, so he's not gonna beat that. Have fun. Don't tell your friends.
See you on the flip side.
Definitely. And you leave, possibly for the last time, from the Afriki behind.
And I assume,
And you come out, arms piling full of stuff.
I was assuming there's just like where I've exited, there's just like a fountain of like makeup and like schlubby romance novels just fountaining out for like 5 minutes.
Pages of Anton's poetry go
Yeah.
flying through the air.
Wow, you really did get a good deal.
Bottles of wine. And you've also got this rug, like, over one shoulder, which, when you unroll it, is a 5-foot by 7-foot carpet of flying. And as you start shoving all your things into the bag of holding, and
I
you
feel
see-
like we're holding the bag of holding over the lid of the vessel, and it's just kind of
You gotta be real careful with that one.
yeah, like next to each other, not overlapping at all.
Yeah.
As you see Frost begin to return towards you, a flower crown now around his head, 5 more even, hanging from his arm. That's where we're going to take a quick break before we get to the coming of age ceremony. So we'll see you in about 5 minutes, folks. And we're back, and the Blurta has scammed her patron out of a carpet. Yarrow is keeping an eye on Blurta again because Em's told him that it doesn't need to focus on the dragon anymore. The dragon's helping to build a temple, and Nimbo's coming of age as the cleric Frost approaches you. Alright, you know what? The only thing we haven't got ready yet is, and I'm hoping it'll be done by the time we walk in the amphitheater. You saw the marble we were bringing in?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful statue of Vias.
Oh,
Just doing a little bit more stone shaping, you know, gotta get it right.
that's beautiful.
Gotta get the antlers right,
I
but we're
can't wait to
almost
see it.
there. So you guys just, does anyone need a shot before we go, or are you ready to go? So
I'll take whatever you're pouring.
great. Well,
Sure.
I think to start off, to make the ceremony extra special for Nimbo, because Nimbo, you're like a son to Cinder. You might be his son. We're not entirely sure. And Cinder's like a brother to me. He might be my brother. We're not entirely sure about that either. I want to make this special for you, so I've brought out some of the special brew, like I said I would. This is glow glass, and he takes out this beautiful kind of narrow bottle that is slightly glowing with this almost translucent green liquid inside it.
Is it made from the dew of the mountain?
It's made from mushrooms. But there is a bit of, yes, mountainous dew inside it, yes. Right, so each give me your teacups, here you go. Of course, each of you, like a healthy glug.
I assume it's like just slightly more gelatinous than a drink should be. It's just
It's not actually, it is syrupy.
Yeah,
It looks
that's
like
what
it
I
might be quite like high sugar content, so you know, not the
Sambuca.
best drink to start off with. A little bit like Sambuca, but it has this very fresh, grassy, earthy scent.
This smells like home.
Is there
Can
any
each of you,
partic-
are you drinking?
Yeah, is there any particular way to drink this? Do we need?
Oh, you just chug.
Well, if
On 3.
if it wouldn't be too much, I'd like to acknowledge the moment. Just like to say that first of all, I don't want to speak for my friends, but I assume we are extremely grateful for the hospitality that you've given, and I'm grateful for the little connection, little taste of home. And most of all, I'm grateful to my friends for the most wild and literally magical few weeks. 100% of the time that we've known each other, we have had to unconditionally have each other's backs, and I've never doubted it. And I hope you know that I will always have your backs.
Can I just like raise the teacup? And
Frost wipes away a single tear.
Muck like squats down real low and like manages to get Nimbo on her shoulders and then stands up and goes and just roars to Nimbo.
To Nimbo. And just chugs straight from the bottle.
I'm like wobbling on Muck's shoulders, but like drinking at the same time.
can I, as he's busy chugging from the bottle, I am gonna look at Nimbo's cup and cast enlarge,
Oh, legend.
and then I'm gonna do it to my own cup as well and burn 2 spell slots.
They're both concentration, but so you
is
can
it?
do one
Yeah,
at a time. But that's fine.
I'll
Yes,
do it to
absolutely.
Nimbo's,
Yeah. So Nimbo's first is this, you know, Furbolg sized. Actually, it's appropriate for a Furbolg, but still small cup. Suddenly increases in volume. Can all 4 of you please roll me a d4?
Yeah.
Becomes
and
like one of those
Nimbo
French
and
hot
M,
chocolates.
can you both roll with advantage, please? So take the higher of two d4s.
Natty 4.
Tiger's eye dice. Go.
3.
3 for M.
3 also.
3.
We
Nimbo,
getting
4.
tired.
You all begin to shed this soft glow, a little bit like the liquid itself, and will do so for the next either 3 or 4 hours, depending on what you rolled.
Wow, this feels. I mean, I'm gonna say it, divine.
Yeah, Balsam's a real good brewer. Your cup's a lot bigger than it was before. I like that. That's clever.
Oh, it's just shrunk again. Oh, but
Shall
Ems.
we? Ems, I like this. This is a good trick. We should get some wizards. Shall we have as a ceremony?
Let's do it.
'Cause you've given a lovely speech, but I think it's my turn now. Let's go. Let's hope they finish the statue.
Question for the DM.
Yes.
How high is the door?
There is no door.
Doorway. How high is the
There
entrance
is
way?
no doorway. It is an amphitheater, so it is open. There isn't like an arch or anything on top of the entrance.
You stay right where
It's
you
just
are.
like it's an almost complete circle,
Gotcha,
and there's a
yeah.
gap big enough for a
Perfect.
dragon to enter through.
Cool.
And you can see it's probably not finished yet. They're probably going to keep adding things to this quite natural structure.
Nature is never finished.
But there is, you see in on the platform that you'd spotted from the air, which sits on one side of this amphitheater, you see now this marble block which has been carved into a beautiful statue of Vias, the same ibex horns that are on the statue that is inside of the temple, and curled up underneath, sort of half underneath the stage, you see this really still quite large, but now appropriately sized dragon who's looking really excited to be allowed in the temple and to be able to be involved in all of this.
I give a little wave from atop my orcish mount.
You're glowing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I get to be a part of this.
I'm so glad that you could be here. That, like, we met you, what, by chance? Weeks
Yes.
ago? And
Yes.
it's really nice to be able to have you here at this special moment.
I agree. Very nice.
I'm just going up to both Blurta and Muck because they're at my level and pouring wine into their cups.
My hands are busy, so I'm just opening my mouth. Thank you. Got ya.
Storm, as you get to the stage, Muck, Storm sort of reaches out 2 hands to Nimbo. All right. I think you're gonna have to get off of her shoulders for this, to make it a little, or I have to get on someone else's shoulders. We could do either.
I'll
Well,
hand him over.
All right, let's go. And
I-
you just get.
I will let. Wait, I can take you on my shoulder, and I will offer to try and lift the frog.
Make a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Guidance.
Guidance, and I'm gonna add my nerd die. Well,
Okay.
nerd dice is what at the moment?
D8.
D8.
Yeah.
Unless you're Rachel.
Unless you're a real nerd.
Unless you're my favorite nerd.
23.
The Furbog looks a little bit hesitant, but you manage to sort of get
I've
your
got
shoulders underneath, and there's still a height difference because you are significantly shorter than Muck. It looks very silly, Blurta. I think you're the only one not on the stage at this point, and you just see this weird, like you're about to have one of those like battles in a pool where you try to push the other person off.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'll squat to an appropriate height so that they're eye level.
Okay. I'm gonna be making you roll con saves, both Muck and M, throughout the ceremony, just to see what happens. or con saves for no, you know what? Strength saves for both, actually. That seems more appropriate. Blurta, you are sort of ushered sort of up against Ariltha, and a couple of the furbolgs you met last time, Fennel and Balsam, the brewer, settle down next to you. Fennel offering you a brownish-looking ale with floating bits of debris inside it. Do you want some old stinky?
Sure, let's go for it.
There you go. Right, pours you what is a little bit like fungal tasting ale, but overall not unpleasant. Right.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, and can you just turn so I'm facing out? Thank you. That's great. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for gathering here today in our beautiful new amphitheater for the first ceremony we're going to be having in this incredible space. Just a big thank you to everyone who's been helping out. Lady Ariltha, your help, getting everything in place in time for this ceremony. We're just so glad that you could help us and that you're here and that you can witness this with us. And a big thank you to the Finger Blasters and to Nimbo especially for suggesting making this amphitheater so that everyone, no matter their size, can bask in the greatness of Vyas. And it's in his name that we gather here to honor my young brethren, Nimbo Thunderchild. Nimbo, when we met, I could tell there was something special about you. You are what all of us clerics of Vyas, no matter what other gods we may worship, what we would aspire to be. You're honest and hardworking, and you care about all the littlest things and even the biggest. Your soul is just so pure, and you've tried so hard to be there for others, and it's time that others were there for you. You may have been thrown into adulthood a little bit too soon, but I think I'm not the only one, and I think I speak for us all here, for your commune back home in Brynwater, for Cinder, and dare I say it, for Vyas himself. You're truly no longer a child. You are a man now. And I don't know what path you've been set on. I am not sure I could comprehend it. But I know you'll make the right choices, not just for you, but for all of us. I'm proud to know you. So rise carefully, Nimbo, Thunderman.
Woo!
Yeah! And at this point, as the ceremony takes hold, Em and Muck, can you both make me strength wins to try to either hold a furball on your shoulders or maintain the squats?
Okay, I'm adding my science
No
die.
more guidance for you, Em.
Immediately after whatever happens, I'm going to do something.
Okay.
I got a 15 on the die.
Okay. Muck.
18.
Okay, good. Your muscles are starting to strain, and you feel yourself like you're really needing to focus everything on just keeping this Furbolg steady, because he's heavier than Nimbo is. But you manage to stay strong. You're not going to last the whole hour the spell takes to cast, though. But you can last at least until the ceremony ritual starts. Nimbo, what is it you're doing?
Well, I think I'll
You wait until the ceremony spell's done, or?
Yeah, I think as we're nearing the end of the ceremony spell, I will kind of tap Muck on the shoulder and be like,
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Yep. She kneels down, gets on like one knee, and like
Yeah.
gracefully.
Ems had
unhands
to
you.
put Frost down about like 4 minutes into this. Because I'm sorry, but you're a wizard.
I think in that case, I would probably get down at the same time as
Okay.
Frost, just
Yeah.
to, so that I don't want to be like above
This-
everyone.
And the ceremony is very. You've done one before, but you did it in a swamp, and it was just the 4 of you. And this one is way more involved.
I'm
There's
taking notes.
singing and dancing and chanting, and like. There's so much going on. There's like fire moving around in these fantastical patterns. The silver, which is sprinkled over you, seems to move with the wind and sort of carry you with it almost. As the ceremony continues.
It attaches to my slight nervous sheen of sweat and becomes body glitter.
Yes. Yeah.
And as the ritual nears its climax, I'm gonna kind of step kind of a few feet away from my friends, but like still on the stage and still like in the center, but like so that, for example, if there were a 10-foot cylinder on me, it wouldn't hit them. And I'm going to cast Call Lightning.
Okay.
And so just kind of as the dancing and singing and chanting and the silver sprinkling and everything is going on, you just hear like, that there's that type of thunder that you hear that's not like a kind of crack, it's more of a kind of like a soft rumble.
Yeah.
It's that, and you see kind of the clouds are kind of dancing as well, kind of almost mirroring the people on the ground. And like as you've seen before, you start to see the little kind of sparks and arcs of electricity along the copper wires in my hair. And also you see it start to dance along the half plate of Vias. And like it's brighter than you've seen it. And as the kind of, the drumming and the music reaches its peak and Frost is about to like say the final incantations, I strike myself with lightning. A giant bolt of lightning comes down and like frames me, and you can see like burnt into your retinas is a silhouette of Nimbo. I am going to cast Absorb Elements as well as a reaction.
And absolutely, can you also roll me a D100, please?
Okay, let's see. 50. Right down the middle.
I love that. And I'm going to give it to you.
Balance.
As
It is here as
is
well.
the perfect balance, and that's why I'm giving it to you. As the lightning fades, and the amphitheater, which has been amplifying all of this noise the way it's meant to, right? Like projecting it out towards the highest ledges and edges of it. Frost finishes the incantation and just places a gentle hand on your forehead. The statue of Vias, and Nimbo, you don't notice this immediately, but Muck, and Blurta facing the stage, you notice the statue of Vias behind Nimbo, which was carved in a position, hands sort of held in front, has changed. Arms now raising up to the sky, with what looks like a lightning bolt extending from one hand.
So I haven't seen this yet, have I?
No. But you hear Frost suddenly go, "Holy shit."
Lightning's pretty cool, isn't it? What? Did you do that?
No.
That's not part of the ceremony?
I told you he's proud of you.
I turn round and face the statue, and I look up at the statue. I think I know what I have to do. Well, I know what I have to do, and that's to choose what the right thing to do is. But I think I know what that is as well. And it'll be in the natural flow of your teachings, and it'll hopefully restore the balance of Varea's teachings. And hopefully it will bring in both the destruction and the creation that are so inherent to both. I don't wear this armor lightly. I mean, it is heavy, but I'm pretty strong. But I don't take it for granted. See you soon, I guess.
You turn back around, Frost is just weeping silently. So proud to be part of this.
I hug Frost, and they get a slight static shock.
He picks you up, like around the waist, and carries you off the stage, wiping tears from his eyes with one hand, and just yells out, "Let's have a damn party!" So, you have the rest of the evening to party as you see fit. Ariltha is present. She's too young to have a non-dragon form. She can't polymorph yet.
I
So
thought
you're
you said she's
partying
too
with an
young to
actual
drink.
dragon.
Like, what's the
No,
actual drinking age?
She's got a trough. They've built in a trough for her, and you can see like some of the clerics and other attendees are just filling it with random liquids. That she seems to be having a good time.
Ooh, in that case, Em is going to wander up to the dragon.
Muck is going to come
Always
with you because
concerning.
Muck wants to talk with M. So I'm just going with you.
Hello, Mountain Child. Lovely ceremony. First one I've witnessed.
Mate. No, it's not the first I've seen.
Yeah.
This
Trick.
is you've done a good job here.
I just moved a few things.
No, don't downplay it. You played a big part.
Well,
Important.
I try.
Can I add some wine to your drink?
Absolutely.
And I will unload the rest of the alchemy jug worth of wine in.
Nice.
What vintage is this?
It's red.
They just made it, so it's not very vintage.
But now that I've added some in, can I like take a dip?
Please.
I just like scoop a cup full of whatever.
Roll me a D100.
Lovely.
This is a less good Rachel, your face.
I'm ready.
What, 17?
Mm-hmm.
1-7.
Yep.
Oh dear. Let's see what this
You
does.
become 17 kobolds.
You
In a trench coat.
okay? It's not too bad.
Huge trench
You like. I assume you have a cup or something to scoop some up.
Oh yeah, my teacup.
Yeah, you drag your teacup through the trough, and what you get out of it is you've picked up a big clump of what looks like this greenish, like neon green liquid? Question mark that wobbles. Like that other thing was syrupy. This looks like jelly. But you can swallow it. It's a little bit sour. There's a little bit of sweetness. There's like these little sort of cubes inside of the gelatin. Those are sweeter. It's very flavorsome. Is it nice? What vintage is that?
Green.
I think we're talking about different things when we say vintage.
Old.
That makes sense.
Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Help yourself to more if you like. I'm not sure what it all is.
Neither am I.
Lucky dip.
I don't think I'll partake in it anymore. Right, maybe later. Maybe later.
It'll be here.
Don't let
I
my
don't think
eagle
the trough
swim in it.
moves. You hear.
Oh. Can I see him?
Tail sticking out.
Oh, this is how eagles drown.
A lesser known
Ariltha
Prince song.
reaches one claw
how
in,
eagles
and this
drown.
This is what it sounds like.
Get out! Get out!
Blurter is just like hears this and just like, there's a song there. I'm writing my movie podcast.
Can I look at the dragon and be like, I think
This
my
is
eagle
yours?
I don't think
It's
part of the trip.
dripping wet, still sort of like planking basically in the dragon's grip. Yarrow's just going. Oh, hey,
How are you feel? Are you okay?
wet.
No, yeah.
It's nice though.
No, I
You
love
should
that.
try it.
I've tried it. I got a big jelly
Oh,
bean thing.
we've been over this, buddy. I don't have a stomach.
So, what are you getting out of it then?
Child support.
Okay, I'm not gonna question that.
Okay, so science facts.
I'm so excited to see where this goes.
So, for example, when you drink alcohol, part of where your hangover comes from is that it goes, through your stomach, through your digestive system, absorbed into the bloodstream, through the liver, and you get a bunch of metabolites coming out. And, the breakdown of the alcohol is part of what makes you feel rubbish. That kind of system is called the first pass metabolism when you break everything down. And the only way to bypass that is to find some way to enter the bloodstream without bypassing the liver. And that's why, certain illicit drugs are done via, non-digestion. Or it's why you had that kind of urban myth of people doing shots in their eyeballs because it would just get straight dissolved into the blood vessels in the eye. But that is the science behind party drugs and why they act so quickly, because you don't have to wait for them to go through all that. Is that a
this
science
the
fact
part-
from my band from the channel?
Both?
You've still got that dice, so
No,
I'm going to
I
give
used
you
it to
another
carry
one.
Nimbo.
Motherfucker. Okay, you get a D8.
Yeah.
But
fair,
I
that
cannot
also
believe
applies
you
to
are
magicians.
you owe me, Rachel, for making me say on stream that science and sorcery does not endorse butt chugging.
Somewhere at this party, a Furbolg's doing that. Let's be honest.
100%.
It's not the channel does
Using
not
controlled
endorse
water.
this, Sam.
Okay, but if you're not supposed to chug, what is it there for?
Now you have to leave.
Think about it.
Think about
Come
it.
on. Big brain. Get it in gear. I'll be back. Thank you for the jelly.
Oh,
You're welcome.
I wanted to talk to you quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You're a
You should
wizard.
have some.
All right, but let me get this out first.
Okay.
You're a wizard. You can do wizard stuff. I think that allegedly there's somebody that we should get to send a message to Nimbo. I don't know if you could maybe contact her using all your this stuff and then get her to say a little something to the boy who became a man. Huh?
I don't know if I can do that.
All right. Well, it doesn't have to be right now, you know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
just put it on the back
Maybe there's
burner.
someone around here who could find someone. 'Cause that
Would I
would
have
be
to
very
roll
good.
to do that?
Investigation.
Okay.
Or a straight charisma check if you want to do it through schmoozing.
Can we
No.
both do it?
Well, it's either a +0 or a -1. Which one should I do?
+7 for me.
You go, girl.
Yeah, so you roll, but I don't think Muck's proficient, so no advantage
No.
from her.
Eight.
She's not helping.
18
She
on
thinks
the,
she's helping.
18 on the die for 25.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Brilliant. Yeah. It's easy enough, given this is a pretty popular pilgrimage site and there's a big party going on, it is easy enough to find someone who knows the sending spell. However,
I talked to a guy. I think I found someone.
right. Who do you need me to contact? Because if I don't know them, it's going to be difficult.
Her name is Julep. Have you ever been to this bar? It's next to a field of sheep, and sometimes the sheep go missing.
It's a really
She's a
good-
not even the right
shame.
bar.
And the bar are nowhere near each other, Rachel.
So her dad is
Okay.
the mayor,
Can I just minor illusion her at this point?
and yes, Blutter, please.
I know her brother. I can contact her brother,
Yeah, man.
and
Let's
then
go.
he can ask her for the message back
And say if it's a scroll or
immediately,
something.
though. So it might get. Let's try it. Let's try.
I'll pay her back. Make sure she knows. I'll pay her back if it's a scroll. Or something.
25 words.
Yeah. Make
What's
him
your
good.
message?
Oh,
The
Nimbo
boy's a man now.
is a man now. Don't say say something nice because he likes you, and maybe you're a woman now. Was she a woman before? Wait, can I scratch that? How many words do I have left? Ah,
You've got
shit.
7
I'm
wo- 7
drunk.
words.
Yeah.
I'm
I was-
drunk, but it would make. Wait, no. Okay, take off the I'm drunk, but would make his day.
25.
Are
Babe.
you going to qualify that it's for the sister?
Nope.
Okay,
Let's leave it as that. Let's
yeah,
leave it
that'll
as
do,
that.
that'll do.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I am contacting. I have to go back to my notes from level 3, guys. One moment, please.
Oh, his name's not important right now. Just
I'm gonna contact Horn and I'm gonna tell him that message. Right. Give me a sec. Wizard casts a spell. And now you have to give me a second as I try to formulate a 25-word response.
Well, while Dagmar is doing that, I didn't fully clock this, but I've actually, on the day of my daughter's wedding, on the day of my character's ceremony,
Yeah.
oh, that's on me.
And they are.
as this is all getting set up, I'm passing round like drinks again to like Muck and to Blurta. I assume Nimbo is not with us. Nimbo is somewhere else at this party.
I'm maybe not right now because I'm probably doing that thing where if an event is about you, like it's your birthday or something, then like you're having to do a lot of like, oh hi, like da da da.
Yeah.
And Nimbo's not exactly a socialite, so he's not adept at navigating a party and knowing how to like disengage himself from a nice conversation, but like wanting to be with his friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Blurta has got out her mini fridge that she'd previously been keeping in her.
I love Blurta's bachelor pad with like mini fridge, pile of porn, crate of wine,
Yeah.
rug.
I assume there was an alternate version where her second choice was just a shag carpet.
Any carpet can be a shag carpet if you put your mind to it.
Amen.
Is there any
Amen.
furniture as well that came out, like a futon or a chaise long? Blurta feels like a chaise long sort of.
She's a
person.
chaise long.
Yeah, where else are you going to read your erotica?
Exactly. Lounging
A
chaise
huge,
long,
oversized beanbag.
a beanbag.
A waterbed.
a water bean bag.
Or like like one of those big dog beds for people.
One of those inflatable, like see-through purple plastic sofas from the noughties.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that you'd see getting blown in the wind across any festival campsite. The ones that if you wear shorts, they stick to your legs.
Oh, I hate
Sorry.
that.
That's okay. The wizard has a response. And you can see as he's getting you assume he's getting the reply, his expression's just going. Right. So Horn says, I'm sorry? The cleric who Juleps hung up on is into me? What the fuck, Phil? You ghost me and now this? Fuck off! So I don't think that went well.
You know what? That'll do. That's got enough. We can use that.
I think that's a job well done, Mark. Well done.
I don't think I
Thank
can
you.
ever go back to Siren.
So I want to bring this
Oh.
guy's evidence about Nibbo, real quick. 1 second. Tell him what you told me.
You what?
Because you'll get it. You'll get it.
It's a
Sorry,
good
Matt,
bit,
what's
it's a
it
good- Something
Right.
very good.
So Horn says,
Horn.
I'm
Horn?
sorry.
Oh, Julep's
the cleric
brother.
who
Yes.
Juleps hung up on is into me. What the
Whoa,
fuck, Phil? You
bit
ghost me and now this. Fuck off.
That's a little bit presumptuous. I mean,
I
like,
did tell him I was coming back and then I didn't. So, that one's on me, but
You're a
what?
piece
But
of shit. That's
wait,
not
who-
nice.
clearly. Yeah,
Why does
I
he
don't feel
think-
great about this, guys.
why does he think that I'm hung up on him?
So I was sending
Well,
this message.
We'll circle back to the Julep being hung up on me thing because I, quite happy about that. I do miss her, but no. Why does Julep's brother think that I'm into him?
He doesn't.
Have I been like
understand.
giving mixed messages or something?
No, I have on your behalf, but
What?
without your permission. Okay, so I
Well,
have
has
this.
been watching all of this and it's just like sipping a glass, just enjoying this.
Yeah, sorry. I will take that refill. Yes, please. Thank you.
So
So you were saying?
I thought it'd be nice for your little like ceremony in there. If we got a little message from your girl, being like, "Oh, Nibbo, like you're my man, woohoo!" But I
Oh yeah, that
forgot.
would have been cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to say that the message was for her, and I said how much. I was like, "Oh, Nimbo really likes you," but then he sent it to the brother. When obviously it's for Julep, and obviously we've all been drinking and had little sips of the green forest juice that makes you glow. So I was really, really trying, but I'm only a half orc. Do you know what I mean? If I was full orc, then I would have done it right. But unfortunately,
I mean,
I
you don't need to
don't.
blame your heritage. Like you're great.
Okay, yeah, I should save that for the therapist. So yeah, basically, I just kind of messed up a little bit, but
It does
Julep's
seem
really
that
hung
way.
up on you.
That's great. But like that is the silver lining. There is,
Yeah.
and I don't want to speak ill of clouds because I love clouds, but there is something else around the silver lining.
We could. I'll turn to the wizard and say, "Can you send another We could send another message. Clarify.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, I've just got my own message. I just want to apologize for ghosting,
It's
Right,
mainly
okay,
It's
sorry.
mainly all about him. What's this?
What's my spell?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my friends.
To be fair, it is
What
a
the
spell. Is there a way that in 10 words you could explain that first message was meant for Julep, and then the next 15 words could be you exonerating yourself? Yeah, you still
Oh,
got more than half.
I've sent the message apologizing. I can do one more if you want me to send another message. Just you
Yes, we do.
you don't need to be rude. I'm helping you out here.
Oh no,
No,
really,
you're-
really
you're-
appreciate
it's your
it.
friend's birthday, so I'm being nice. I don't know you guys.
No, you know what? I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I apologize. That was rude. Sorry.
No, you know what? No,
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna stay out of it.
Thanks.
Right. Okay, so the first words are that message was for your sister. That's 6.
Julep.
That
You
19
You could just say first one was for Julep, so that's 5 words.
First one
Perfect.
was for Julep. 5 words. You get 20. Tell me 'em.
From Nim. No, it wasn't from
It
Nimbo.
wasn't from me. Yeah. Well, Oh wait, sorry. DM question. Sorry. So this
Yes.
is this whole 25 words is for us. He's already done the
Yes.
apologizing
Yeah, yeah.
message.
He's offering you his last sending spell.
Okay,
And
amazing.
one more message to clarify and say anything else you want to.
Yeah. That first one was for Julep. Sent by Muck. This is Nimbo. So we're at 11 now, right? Shit's been crazy. I'm champion of Vias, I think. How much have I got more? 5 more.
Mhm.
Miss you. See you soon.
Oh, that's pretty cute. All right, I'll send that one. The horn.
It's not a 7 out of 10 there, Nimbo.
Whew, thanks. Yeah, I think I will need another drink.
Did you have to tell her it was me that fucked up the first one, though?
It's cool. Like
I'll take it. Wingman. Wingman's promise.
It was like whoever made the mistake, it was a mistake that we made, and then we rectified it. It's all good, and I really appreciate the sentiment at the start of it. It's cute.
No,
Hey,
I'm gonna get you a mystery scoop.
Or, just to throw it, I mean,
Sure.
or as well, I have this Raidos Death Punch rum that I don't think we've ever had.
Death Punch.
Probably not a good way. Well, fuck it.
I mean, if there's ever a time to have Death Punch, I guess I'm feeling pretty powerful now.
Yeah.
You've got a god on your side.
I've got your. Do you want to hear the answer?
Oh yes, please. Yeah.
Julep says, "That's so sweet. I miss you. Good luck with Vias." Ozza says, "Hey Muck, you coming back too? Now please fuck off, Phil." That was my last. I haven't got any more
So, I
juice.
really
but,
appreciate it. Sorry, what's your name, man?
Phil.
Sorry, yeah, I should have got that from context clues. Sorry, I was wrapped up in my own problems. Phil, thank you so much. I know it must have been pretty tiring to do that.
Honestly, it's fine.
Would you
I
like
have
some
to
Death Punch?
apologize for. I would love some jungle juice. Let's go get some jungle juice.
Sweet. So we go get some mystery juice because I offered Death
Who's-
Punch, but then he swerved it and went to the jungle juice. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Everyone who's having jungle juice. Roll my D100.
I'm dying
No.
in again. Is there
Also,
a fucking eagle still in there?
No, he's followed you. But as you go back to the jungle juice, you see him look at you and sort of start to like just pitch forward towards it, so you can catch him if you want to.
No, you're welcome to go in. Just don't. I'll look at the dragon. Ilriltha, is it okay if he takes a dive?
Yes, he's just a little fey creature. I would quite like to swim in this myself, but I'm too big.
No, you heard it. Jump on in.
Hell yeah!
Also, Muck doesn't react to like Arza mentioning her in the message. In fact, she's suspiciously just like quiet for the first time. Muck just doesn't speak for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, when that bit of the message gets read out, I kind of like gave Muck a just gentle little nudge.
I'm also doing that from the
what
other side at the
numbers?
same time.
Yeah, just like.
Well, and there's a baby sitting an eagle, right? What numbers did y'all get?
98.
19.
Ding 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 ding.
Muck, the majority of what you get is this muddy brownish color, and it is. I'm just gonna see. It's about 3 shots worth. It tastes mostly like apples. It's a little bit fizzy, and you are not going to remember the next 12 hours.
Oh, I'm gonna do something I regret.
You don't know this yet, though.
Doesn't matter.
No. Who else, please? Next number.
The same number of sizzling sausages as there are in a vocal warm up, 77. And that's why I got fired from my job as a bingo caller.
Okay, this one's called Gutbuster. You get this really thick, dark. A lot of these liquids are brown at this point, but this one's like settled at the bottom and seems to be denser than almost everything except the jelly. But you feel it's quite hearty liquid, almost like a stew. You are resistant to any and all poison effects for the next 4 hours. What?
I'm gonna get tired. Yes.
But only for the next 4 hours. So everything
Sure.
that builds up's gonna hit you like a
Yeah,
Sure.
are you
Like
just
a
going to go
freeze ray.
straight to hangover without being drunk?
yeah.
Well, I'm resistant to the poison, and the poison effect. Anyway,
Cusco.
um,
The poison for Cusco.
Cusco's poison. So I don't know that I'm immune to poison effects,
You
but
don't.
I will
But
definitely feel like I can drink more throughout the night,
Yes,
and then
absolutely.
I'll suddenly get like, boom.
Yes, yeah.
Alright.
Blurta, what did you roll?
70, please.
770?
Yep.
Okay, that is you get this weirdly clear, sort of whitish liquid that when you drink it, it tastes like a centaur put a shoe made out of black licorice on and then kicked you in the mouth with it.
I
It's
wouldn't say
uzu.
no.
For those of you who've ever had uzu, it's uzu. So Blurta, can you please roll me a D100, please?
Another one.
Yes.
This could. I'm 87.
Okay, for the next hour, you believe yourself to have the maximum possible intelligence and wisdom for an Eladrin.
So nothing has changed at all.
No, not really. And
Just like
Em,
holding court in the corner, just like lecturing.
Did you have another drink of jungle juice?
Yeah, 72.
You get this weird liquid that's almost like a split shot of black and gold. It tastes like a mixture of the most bitter ales, coffee, dark rum, and you feel your fur start to grow thicker and slightly longer.
Oh.
Not
Em, have you done something with your hair?
It's like your undercoat after like a really long winter and you haven't brushed it out yet. It's suddenly back.
Oh, I think I need a haircut. I've never had a haircut. I think I need one.
I can give
No
you
time
one.
like the present.
I can do it. Just
No.
let me
No,
finish drinking this.
Just stay there.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Yeah, you stay there. We'll find you in the morning.
Okay,
Or-
so just to throw a science fact in there, because I just did a quick Google. So apparently, the average human has
Never let them see
100
behind the
to
curtain, Alex.
200 Yeah, but this isn't stuff I personally know in this one instance. An average human
But
has
your
100
wisdom and intelligence is the highest of any Eladrin.
This
Of course
is
you-
let Blurta speak. Most intelligent human is here, Sam.
because I have the parrot Google at my anyway. Average human has 100 to 200 square hairs per square inch. So a snow leopard normally has 4,000 hairs per square inch. So is already
gosh.
already starts at a baseline of what that's like 5 to the 20 times denser already before you add on to it further. So you are just going to be like a sphere.
Emble.
It's not quite that bad, but it does look a little bit like if you blow dry a cow and they get all fluffy. That's
What?
now.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Google it, Rachel. Google
What are they
it.
doing in
Blow-dried cow.
Scotland? Okay,
You're going to get a picture of
Right.
Dagmar standing next to a cow with a hairdryer.
Right. Anything else?
they're
y'all
amazing.
wanna
I can
do?
confirm it's amazing.
There we go.
Now I have
After the
Anything else
session.
you guys want to do at the party?
Yes, at this point, Muck is going to go around, and anyone that even makes slight eye contact with her, she's going to go, I could lift you, you know. I could, like, just fucking lift you. And some people will probably let her lift them, and others will
Most
be
of
like, "Get the fuck away from me!" But that's gonna be how she spends her night.
Everyone's having the jungle juice. Muck, you've lifted so many people, and by the time you wake up, you're not going to remember any of it.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm gonna send a message in Frost's mind and say everyone should streak. Like,
Oh, hell yeah, man! All the furbolgs and Frosts, other than Nimbo potentially, all the furbolgs just like start undressing.
No, I
Insidious
completely
now.
join in.
Muck
This
joins
makes
in.
sense.
joins in.
I am above such petty concerns as the ultimate Eladrin.
The party is like split down the
Just
middle
like
where
the anti-Dr. Manhattan. Wearing clothes.
Ariltha's sort of in the middle with the jungle juice container, where she's sort of like she's like one of those moms at like a school dance who's like keeping an eye on the punch. But she's making sure people keep adding drinks to it rather than, stopping them from doing so. One side of her is just all these naked people, and on the other side, Blurta is holding court. Anything else you guys want to do?
I feel like she's going to insist that people write down what she's saying because it's so profound.
They do. They're so drunk, so it's not going to make any sense, and it's just like, I think unicorns are the best animals in the world.
I'm just imagining just a crowd of naked people just taking notes.
Yeah, where they get the pens from?
Some of them are just dipping it in the jungle juice and writing like on their friends' backs. It's a weird party, but
As we finish with the naked mile, and start to put our clothes back on.
That doesn't happen. For most of them, don't.
Muck's not doing that.
Okay, and that
You started this.
I will. Fine. I just look like a big ball anyway, so it's fine. We'll like turn to Muck and Nimbo and go. You know I love you guys, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we love you.
Good.
Love you so much.
These past few weeks have been fucked up.
Yeah, there've been a lot.
But wouldn't have done it with anyone else. Even Blurta.
Right? You guys have come a long way. Like, I remember when we first met, that was a lot of tension.
Yeah.
No, but
Mm-hmm. But now you're positively amicable.
That's all we can ask for.
Yeah, we've come a long way, haven't we?
Good job.
Look at us. Look at us. Yeah, great job, bud. You're just like me now.
Champions! And I know that so much of tonight has been like Nimbo this, Nimbo that. Vias's whole like statue changed its shape. But, and this is gonna sound like such a cliche, but I'm no more special than either of you and Blurta. Like, we've all been through the same shit together. None of us could have done it alone.
Hey, look, if anyone knows, it's me, right? That guy up there, he's going to ghost you. He's going to let you down. But the people you got down here, we're here every day. We got each other's backs.
I don't think anyone else would have stood and covered for you while you were shitting in an alley. No one would have done that.
Yeah.
And you did it better than anyone could have imagined.
And I do it 1,000 times.
I still hear it sometimes in my sleep.
That's just Blurta shouting.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Hug.
Yeah, feel like we should give Blurta one once she stops talking to all those naked people. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we're
And
yeah, but if we're hugging Blurta who's got clothes on, we should clothes back on for that hug, but for
Well, we could
That's
just
fair.
quick hug.
You just smash cut to Blurt, just like I could have done this all by myself because I am the most brilliant legend.
And I think at some point in that kind of lecture, that diatribe, 3 at least partially clothed finger blasters, like clothed enough that it's not awkward to hug, like come to where kind of Blurt is kind of holding court, and we'll be there with her and won't stop her talking if she still wants to talk, but we'll kind of, I think, go around her and give her a hug and just kind of mutter "I love you" or something.
I think she hugs them, but just occasionally will just like, "Are you getting this? Are you getting?"
This is how you hug. This is how you hug.
As you group hug, you feel a wet eagle slam into the back of your head. I love you too, you're the best.
I'll like peel them off the back of my fur, like hold up.
Hey, I can be in the middle now.
Yeah, again, and I'll just like shove them in between us.
Wet
It's
now.
really wet and gross and sticky, but eventually the party does wind down, and you do all manage to get a full rest. And
Well,
as you
just before we
Yes.
get to bed,
Mhm.
as we're like disengaging from this group hug, suddenly everyone's kind of like smiling and looking each other in the eye, and it's all very sweet, and then you just see Nimbo's face glaze and I start swaying, and I'm like, "Phew, I need to get to bed.
I've seen this before.
I bed.
All right, up you go, buddy.
Bed.
Matt hoists you over her shoulder.
Oh, good. I'm not like up.
look, you're still lifting, so you hoist it into the air on like 2 hands and like carry him, sort of pressing him up
Power
and
lift me to
down.
bed.
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming you 4 all find a place to sleep somewhere near each other, as you normally would.
Cuddle puddle.
All right, you wake up in a cuddle puddle, and Blurta, your eye itches. Oh God, your eyeball's back.
Ooh, interesting.
And then you notice there's something else weird. There's a patch of mushrooms growing off of your arm.
But
That's where we're going to pick up next time.
Via saves.
Yeah. When the guy wasn't going to send another message for us, I was literally going to be like, Vice is watching. That's what I held back on. I mean, that's what Mark held back on.
Also, this has been such an episode of like teen messiness as well. Beautiful.
Loved it.
Like the trying to do something sweet for your friend, but actually maybe
Fucking it
Amazing.
completely.
Sending telephone might now be my new favorite game as a DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, but folks, we're gonna be back next time. If you want to find out how Blurta really reacts to having 2 eyes again, and depth perception, and also where did those mushrooms come from?
I'm sure there's
And
a cream
Nimbo's
for
a
that.
man now, but does that mean he actually is Emin Blurta's father? Find out next week here on Science and Sorcery. Before we
Is he the
leave,
is he the Thunder
who
Daddy?
is your who is your MVP for this session? Is it the Thunder Daddy
It
himself?
can't be
or is
me
Why not?
because I already have a moment of awesome,
Okay.
Do I already have one?
In that case...
which it's actually very fitting, seeing as Nimbo, yes, was the kind of subject of the party, but also was very explicit about, the collective nature of this moment. So who doesn't have a moment of awesome?
I don't think I have
I
one.
don't have one either.
I think I have one.
I think
James
Lota might
speaking.
have one as well from shooting people off of the
Yeah.
Oh, off
pillar
of
and
mountains.
shit.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so
And you
M
have a
and
collective
Muck.
one still, so it can't be another
Yeah.
collective one. So
Mhm.
M or Muck, discuss your favorite moments of M and Muck this session.
I really enjoyed Muck's idea for helping.
Yes.
I'm getting
Helping.
I'm getting that message. I thought that was really great.
I
Yeah, that's
appreciate
definitely the
how
most
fit-
teen moment of the episode.
Mm.
I did enjoy just you trying to finagle Yarrow into slight coherence with
Yes.
carrot prices.
Mhm. And blow dried M. It's very funny.
And the fact that we're in a cuddle puddle with an animal that's already 20 times furrier than a person.
I
And
assume that we're all just using M as a pillow.
And
And
a
the new
soaking
carpet as a
wet
rug.
eagle.
wet with booze as well. You're gonna wake up to that house party smell.
Yeah, it's stuck to you, peeling it off.
I think my vote goes to the sending,
Yeah.
because it was just such teen messiness.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Right, Muck gets a moment of awesome, and we will be back next week. So until then, folks, have a great evening, great rest of your week. See you soon. Night.